Let's have a look at what is happening over here with Anders Vejrgang. It's taken 2 minutes. You said the quickest goal was scored by LJR. Well, Anders only lost out by a few seconds there, Red, like 1-0 up. Who beats each other? Does anyone take any points off Anders? Abofawzi, again, was he watching round 3? Was he watching Gravison with a tip and trick?
What a free kick.
Easy finish.
Well, I stayed quiet when you were talking about Lewandowski because I hadn't seen that item before in this game, and he scored a bullet header there.
Abofawzi, maybe.
Finesse and cheat.
What we got happening here, Red, like it looks like Anders could have found his way back in front. Elise is going to be his top goal scorer.
Well, it's that finesse play style plus again. And like I said in the first game, I think there was 4 finesses, maybe 5.
And it's gone back in the favour of Abofawzi. Nicking the ball off the defender, finessing it in the top corner, and frustration from Anders Vejrgang. 3-3.
In good favours for the rest of it.
And we are a little bit delayed in this kick-off. We're at half-time in the feature. That's 25 minutes.
I just see red.
I'm colorblind.
Of course, that's why you pay $4.5 million for R9. Even if Red times it, Ebru, it still goes in.
Yeah, I think R9 is just special. When you play him as your striker, it's he's also a cheat. Like he's doing some things like from alone. You don't need to hit green time finish maybe. That's the big advantage of R9.
I know a lot of people asking in the chat about the FC Pro Live item upgrades as well. Well, if you picked up Xavi Simons earlier on today, right now, 625,000 coins on the market is up 20%, up 100,000 coins on where we started today. And that is because Anders Vejrgang is very, very close to hitting that 16-point total, guaranteeing, you can see right now, as it stands, he is hitting the 16 points, meaning Xavi Simons will get a +1 overall. He will also, if he qualifies into the knockouts, pick up a +1 overall, a +1 roll, and also you're looking at a weak foot and skill move upgrade if he was to go on and win the tournament. It's not a bad item, Xavi Simons, is it?
No, but another item which has really took my interest in today's action is the fact that there's a 7 million coin budget and Anders has spent over half of that, over 4 million coins on R9 Ronaldo. Now, it's baffling when you think about it, but it's so important, and you see in the way his players are playing. Maybe he's made the right decision.
Can we get a poll in the chat? Can we get a poll on Red Lack's opinion there of R9? Would you pick R9 in your team? 7 million coin budget. Would 90 R9 be in your team? Because I think it is a fascinating discussion. Are you willing to spend that many coins on one player? Here he is, green time finish. Haaland steps up to it and dives into the tackle, but just about gets away with it. Let us know in the chat at home right now. There'll be a poll going up. Vote yes or no. Would R9 make it into your team? As we jump back into the action. 37 minutes on the clock. Abofawzi 3. Anders Vejrgang 4. You can see Karim Benzema also.
I think yes, R9 is definitely worth it. I mean, you can also buy a very good team around him with low-budget players. We have, in this FC part, we have so many low-budget players that are very good. When you look also at Reijnders also, many players are playing Reijnders because of his passing play styles. And that's why I'm saying yes, I think R9 is definitely worth it.
Well, you're going to see that yes or no percentage go up and down. Yes in the chat if you would pick him, no if you wouldn't. We'll get the results to you.
Yes, chat, very good decision.
Very shortly indeed. I do find it fascinating as well because of the budgets that we put in. I mean, you'd have been competing Red Lack where we had unlocked accounts where anyone was able to be played. We're looking Ronaldinho, Hully, R9, Eusebio, Pele in every single team. There is an art and a bit of a skill to the squad building element of it now.
Yeah, I really like the restrictions element to it because it takes a lot of thought. People waste their budget or waste their highest rated players on certain people that might not be needed. For example, like a fullback, when you can just use that Theo Hernandez, who's so effective.
You see what's coming up in the next round. Anders Vejrgang taking on LJR Peixoto. As it stands, a top of the table clash, first versus second, and Nicholas against Manu Bachoore. Player to ever do it in Nicholas. That's going to be a real fight because, as we said, only 3 positions mean you qualified into the next round. And there's 4 spots and 4 players who are vying ever so tightly. Only a couple of points separating them. If Abofawzi was to get a result against Anders, he'd be right up there as well. He would start to cement his name in that conversation. Corner whipped into the box. It's a bicycle kick, but Alisson.
In game, like when you think of him, he has something special.
What are you talking about, Theo Hernandez?
Next goal.
He scores again.
I think it's relative though, because
He's not the best, he's the most useful.
Exactly, because at striker there's so many different options.
Yeah, when we're talking about the finesse plus, and he always has finesse plus, and that's why Son is always a good option at the striker position or also on the wing.
Is Son one of the... It sounds a crazy question, this, when you talk about actually the finesses themselves, because there's some players that have got... It feels like they've got a better finesse.
Yeah,
Son's
true.
up there. I feel like even the gold item, he'll whip it top bins.
Some people you feel have a different animation. I know what you're saying. For example, on the Travellas, do you remember Nkunku? Over the years, he's been absolutely pinging them in, and it's not for everyone.
Would you pick R9 in your team? 59% of people saying yes. 41%. That's more than I expected.
And this is R9.
That's why you
this is
pick
R9.
him.
That's why you should pick him in your team.
41% saying no.
Yeah, I think it's very... I didn't expect him to win against Bachoore, to be honest, because like Bachoore had a very good first round, got first in group, and yeah, it's very shocking to see that, to be honest.
Got a question there coming in, Ebru. Who is your favourite for the title at the moment when you see this huge competition?
It's hard to say because we have to look at next week, the group of death, who qualifies for the next round. There's Umut, Emre Yilmaz, so many great players.
Abofawzi!
Oh no.
Cannot be stopped against Anders Vejrgang. Over the top through ball. Oh no, he just gets away, gets a yard in front of the defender. Keeps his composure, precision shooting in effect, and just puts it out the reach of the keeper.
Richard, he has to slide there. He would block the shot, out for a corner or a throw-in.
I thought the answer would be pretty simple, Ebro. I thought contractually you had to say someone from RB Leipzig.
A month ago, and it's genuinely showing in his gameplay, whether it's in attack or defence, he just looks lost.
I mean, apologies if he is watching, but we saw a very similar tale with Nick Sneb last week. He had a pretty good first week. It comes back in the second week. If that first game, if that second game doesn't go your way, it can very quickly snowball. And you're walking away with 1, 2, 0 points from 5 games.
I think he has to change something maybe on his tactics, because I mean, like you said, conceding 6 goals in both games, it's I don't know.
I think what's going to be so interesting for Manu is when, and it's unforeseen because he wouldn't have expected it, when his break is. When does he get 1 OS? Because that's a chance to walk away from the set, walk away, go backstage, compose yourself, and then come back. We'll have a look at those fixtures and see when he does take on the 1 OS, but it's going to be really, really interesting when that quote-unquote breaking play is and he can get 3 points on the board. So in another week, that might not have been a luxury for him. R9 inside the box, finished shot from Anders Vejrgang. Elise will keep it going, but Abofawzi very aggressive with Theo Hernandez and walks away with the ball.
So Redlick, what do you think? What would you do when you would be in Manu's position right now?
Like Richard said, if the break's coming soon, he might be able to sort of fix it.
Hold the phone, because Abofawzi...
Because he just put 6 past Bachoore. Now he's thinking, this is a must-win game against Abofawzi, and he just can't seem to get in the lead by a few goals, but he's back again.
Right now, this game is so entertaining. It's an R9 versus R9 matchup. Both players drafting him. The only 2 out of the 6-2 draft him.
They with first of the group and conceding so many goals in the first 2 games. It's a very big disappointment. So
maybe the biggest reaction of the day right there from Anders Vejrgang. Well, here we go. Anders Vejrgang 7-6 up against Abofawzi. Carrasco coming off the bench, fresh legs. Oh no, never near post.
This is so unlucky for Anders, and he's very angry.
It's not the first time Anders Vejrgang having his pick like that. Obviously, I don't think we've seen all 7 that Abofawzi scored, but at least 4 have been inside Anders' own 18-yard box.
I think it's clumsy. Is he trying too hard to build up, Richard, do you think? Is he trying too hard to keep the ball and play it nice, or...?
We can see what's coming up there.
Wow.
He's taking on Eljap Ashoto in the next game.
Top of the table clash.
It certainly is, and Nicholas, having this round off, will take on Manu Bachoore. All that and plenty more to come in your FC Pro Open Week 6. This is Group B action. 3 go through to
And
continue.
We still have some time, and I think we will see like maybe 2 goals in this game.
Player lock into R9, looking for the touch around Jonathan Tah. Reinders nicking the ball in the middle of the pitch. Carrasco inside. Again, stealing the ball off McManaman's toes. Technical dribbling into the byline. He's looking for a player on the edge. It is Reinders. Will he be able to recycle effectively on this occasion, Abofawzi? Into Carrasco. He's looking for options. R9 player locked. Takes the finesse inside the box. It was a little bit too narrow of an angle. Charged down by Anders Vejrgang, and a chance for the Dane to come up the other end. Only seconds remaining. It's got to be perfect for Anders. Technical dribbling, trying to create a bit of space. That's going to be offside, and we've got 4 additional minutes. So we've had 14 goals. It's been an absolute thriller.
Okay, 4 minutes are much. Anything can happen in these minutes.
Hudson-Odoi
R9
into
again.
R9. Haaland with a big tackle. The touch is heavy. He's got to be onside. He's off. He's off. It's so narrow. And he's given the ball back to Abofawzi. It's in his court. It's his game to go and win. To snatch 3 points away from Anders Vejrgang. Player locking down the line. Anders reels back in his chair, frustrated, plays into his own box, but does get away with it, and maybe has one chance, if it's perfect, from Anders Vejrgang. There's a reason he's a world champion. Elise peels away. Can he create? Bruno Fernandes fired into R9. Haaland's tight, and that will do us and put an end to this absolute cracker of a game. Abofawzi 7, Anders Vejrgang 7. You can see Anders' reaction. He's frustrated to be dropping points to, in his words, one of the worst players in the group.